There they go.
Aerith picked up to close out Super Marco's pick. It was a gold lane and a roam standoff, and it ends up going relatively deep into the roam pool. Badong's seen quite a bit, high-low seen when things like that aren't open, and now, guys, we've got our first matchup of our first semifinal.
The draft in game number 1 has been really fun to watch. I feel like YG have switched up a bit in terms of their sequence. And that just goes to show the preparation they've had against Falcons.
Yeah, if Yangon Galacticos wins this game number 1, then definitely that is going to be a shock to the system of Falcons because Yangon went for high mechanic.
Look out for as we come into this next turtle. Falcons once again want to rush it down. Blink looking for an angle in. Ying as well. Tries to get in the backside. Blink able to take the turtle. And it's a mosh pit in the pit right now as Haji just tries to get away, but Blink's low. And so is Ying. Ying trying to vengeance through, but he already lost a teammate. Blink is down. They get the pull back. Kai's has come back in, and Kai's able to get the double, make it a triple. Flap falls along with the team, and yes, Falcon don't only lose their members, but they lose the second turtle as well.
4 for 1. Now Marco has in with the vengeance.
Nice damage. A nice fist crack lands on Ogwin as well. Ogwin pops revitalized, but it's not going to be enough this time. Han takes the kill before he can jump on the pathway.
All right. So this is something that...
Testing the distance, Han there as well, and a big fist crack under the tower. Paired up with the final slash. Ogwin trying to hang on, but he just can't end his welcome. In response, gets him against the tower. More damage lands on a Han, but down comes Smon Force. Blink taken out as Han tries to get away. Sanji with the blazing duet connects onto no one. He looks for the re-engage, and Ying's there at his back, keeping Falcon at bay.
2 for 1. That's as good as it gets for Falcons. Yangon still calling the shots. Another final
slash! And Sanji and Kai's are here now. There's no escape for Flap. Haji forcing... Warrior's pathway comes out. Flap's going to try to connect as well. He doesn't have the stacks, so the defense isn't quite there. But look at the damage on a Blink. Kyle still popping off, even at 0, 2, and 1.
That is a bargain. I'd say Lord, put down to a third, hit with that retribution, and Falcons get to keep their tier 2. So we're back to where we started about 2 to 3 minutes ago. Blink with the conceal. What are they looking for?
It's a fist crack on 2. Blink does it again. Not just 1, but 2 members. YG looking for more now. As minions crash on the top side, Ogwin pops revitalized, caught in a fist crack once again against the wall, taking out a double kill for Ying. Mid-tier 2 falls as well, and YG are going to work their way up the map to take more.
Again, the ease of...
just yet.
Nope. And so far, it looks like they might even try to get this purple. There's a glorious pathway sent in and a choke.
Denna's welcome. Might have came too early. A mega kill for Han. Maybe a slight misplay by Flap, thinking they could do something to at least get their purple. Ogwin in enemy territory, enemy jungle. As YG closes in on him, he does buy time though, and YG's onto it. They send the rest of their members back to the mid, back to the top to try to defend. I think that was all.
His lineup is just much better built forward. Glorious pathway dropped in.
Kai's in a bad spot, will take some damage. Kyle makes his way in, but Blink once again with a conceal play. Falcon knows they have to back off, create space. Han able to get the Lord. A big final slash on a 3. They collapse down and Kyle falls. Flap next on the chopping block, taken out as Ying and the rest of the team move on to Super Marco and Ogwin. Ogwin drops him on Sports, but it's just not enough. He tries to dash back, he tries to get away, but a maniac for Han is secured. Haji's got to go back to base. Haji's got to try to stop them all alone.
We're not making it to 15 or 16, ladies and gentlemen. I believe it ends here. Yangon Galacticos are in the base.
You thought it would be even, but YG take game number 1 with a 9K gold lead, stating their business here.
2 weeks in MSC, and Yangon Galacticos continue their undefeated run. Choose our par. YG. Falcons left reeling, only 3 kills on the board.
Yeah, that wasn't a game right there.
They go for the Mathilda. Strong combination here by Yangon. And they are able to balance out their draft in the sense that they're not going to be as easy to take down in the early game. They have some good shields. But there is a realm of possibility where Falcons gets the first 2 turtles. Turtle 3 will be a decider. And then Lord 1 is where it's going to be at.
Did they do enough?
At least for Falcons right now, they're not very specific in terms of their win cons in the early game. But I feel like execution-wise, I'm just expecting Yangon to still be as fast as we saw them in game number 1.
Falcons are taken to the skies. Han going for the steal. Blink very low. Forced to flicker out.
Good flicker at that. Flap now setting things up for the rest of the team. A big flicker from Ying, and down goes Han. Kyle finally putting kill into his pocket. stack that up with a turtle, and it's a beautiful start for Falcon.
2 minutes in and 1,000 gold up. Trex, is this
Comes from Kai's there, but not enough damage quite yet. Flap and Ogwin forced to back off, but Falcons in general still staying on their side of the river.
They're gonna threaten Han here. Oh, the flicker! Dryad comes in! Picking Han off!
That one's gotta hurt. Getting orange buffs, he's being permission to get it, but wait a second, a lot of damage on Ogwin. Ogwin with sliver health. Falcons don't want to let him go down, but YG doesn't want to let him get away. Ying finally able to put a kill on the board.
Bloodthirsty Marco. 8 minutes in, no one throwing Marco. Now don't throw down!
Ying, Wrath of Dry does come out, circling in, will get the big knock-up, and in comes Han, getting a lot of damage. Sanji with a blazing duet. Ogwin caught in a bad position, Haji as well. YG don't want to let it go. They want to fight back. They're looking for the next target. Here comes Sanji from the side. A nice flank on Ogwin. Ogwin tries to get under the tower to safety, but there's no safety against Yangon right now.
No shelter will stop you from the Yangon Yam as they Uber their way into a flank. Overload is Purify, overload is Consecration, and somehow find a miracle. 3-man circling eagle, already used up by Blink.
Big knock up. He might not be able to get away from this one. Flap, though, with Consecration, still goes down. A kill into the book of Han. Onto the top side, though. Ogwin misses. On the backside, Han with the engage, able to get the iframes. Forces Super Marco away. Han looking for a target once again. Ogwin brought low. YG collapses on top of him, and down he goes. Kyle knows it's a lost cause. He can't engage.
That's what I'm saying. You take down Flap, SOD thrown out. Not a good idea. You overload Ogwin, and then you deny Falcons the entry to anything else. Lord number... Oh!
Wait a second.
Marco.
Son of Marco, circling eagle, gets the knock up. Han closed the distance and gets the kill. That's going to help a lot for this Lord push. Or honestly, the fact that they were able to burst down, it still feels like a good win for Falcon right now. Flap taking a lot of damage. Circling eagle. How long does that thing last? YG gets the I'm offended. Responds with a Wrath of Dry, but it's not enough to save Flap. The game is already locked in, and look at the blazing duet from Sanji. They lock on to Super Marco next. And Falcons have 2 men left standing as YG knock on the front door.
A Selena and a Belric are not made to clear waves. This mid-lane wave is crashing in. Falcons are losing this inhibitor.
They could lose more if YG wants to keep on pushing. The cannon minion still standing. Another wave left. Ogwin tries to lock in, but he can't quite save it. Haji bursts it down, and YG take down the crystal in game number 2.
Yangon Galacticos at match point, 2-0 against the M5 World Champions, against a legacy team that beat Myanmar in the M2 World Championships. Yangon are 1 game away from locking the grand finals.
YG are showing right now that they have...
No, they go for the
You
Carmilla,
said
their
that
pick.
earlier in the first game, but it didn't show up.
That's their pick.
Okay, so this is why we say they can just really afford to save Rome for last, because they have all
it's
these
insane.
options.
I haven't seen this happen before. I mean, Renmar, this is the deepest Rome pool we've seen for sure on display.
Yangon Galacticos, it looks really good. It's looking very 3-0-able, but not to completely discount Falcons.
Yep.
They still have the chance, and their draft does not look bad, but it is the Carmilla of Yangon Galacticos.
It is the last hope.
They got the Claude early on in first phase of draft up to the top side, though. A lot of damage does land down, and the eternal battle's over. Ying taking the first loss, and then he
Far away from the ult, turtle spawned. Falcons, heavy presence.
Big damage on Ying. Once again, it's another kill on Ying. Falcons starting things off clean. YG have no way to answer.
Valentina on Yangon's side will definitely be key here. Kaiser has to play out of his mind to help secure the sweep. And their strike.
Falcons just not giving it up. Haji will go down, but at the price of Han, it's a good trade. Blink now, taking Ogwin for a ride, but Kyle wants to take the purple. They decide to back off. No, play the brush. Come back in. Kai's and Blink just want to try to save it, keep it for themselves. Kyle's not going to want to give it up, but he doesn't have the retry. Still able to secure it. Still able to take it out
As well, a strong Falcons presence. They are here, and they're jumping in mid.
Oh, nice feathered airstrike once again lands on a Kai's. Kai's taken down low. Flap wants to try to finish things off. Flap wants to try to take out Kai's. Flap wants to get the kill, and he finally secures it. Kai's goes down. Blink next on the list. The names
Four
have
key members of Falcons, and that's it. Oh, Super Marco in trouble.
SOD there as well. He does commit. Super Marco with the quick bob and weave. Super Marco tries to hand, but he counters it. Marco! Super Marco! Bulletproof Marco, whatever you want to call him. Two go down to the side of YG.
Pulls out dual pistols from his nether regions and catches two. Han and Sanji falls, given there was some backup from Falcons. But this is them playing on another level. Blink, forced user revitalize.
This is what we wanted to see, Blink. Not going to be able to make it. Not going to be able to survive. Falcon is collapsing on YG.
Which is, again, denying Blink what he's looking for. And they burst down Blink flat from the back.
And Han is unable to get the damage on a Haji. Oh my lord! Haji just deletes him. The damage is too much. Kaizen is able to respond back and take out Haji, though. It's a 2-for-1 right now. YG finally putting the second kill on the board. Falcons Esports is unfazed, though. They're going to move on to this turtle. They're going to take their third neutral objective. And while this is happening, YG still split up.
3 for 3. Team Falcons are taking more than just a turtle. They go for another kind of Grand Theft Purple. Kyle is so guilty. A rap sheet.
I think the Ruby was a big deal last time, able to kind of slow down Falcons in their engage.
And Ruby is another way to spell CC. Crowd control is something they're kind of short on right now. The only real way that they can find someone is off of the Spear of Misery, off of a Circle of Blood, and maybe off of Kaiser's Stolen Oaths. But that aside,
Save him, wait! Wait! You can iframe out of the deadly magic damage?
no, what he did was iframe out, flap with a punish. The Filipino cannon firing off on all cylinders. They lose bottom lane inhibitor, and the fight continues. Blink with the COB!
That's huge, and the response, Blink goes down. He tries the saving grace play, but it's just not enough.
Herbert, to answer your question, what he did was iframe, spell vamp into surviving the pop on the deadly magic. So yeah, that was
by the side of Falcon now. We're getting close to a 10k gold lead as YG just tries to defend. Falling Star, Munon, Sanji, and Kai's. Flap trying to back off. Kai's look for the re-engage. A little more damage layered onto YG. Haji brings down the Falling's feathered airstrike.
oh! Again, Marco has the blazing.
Bringing these waves in. Conceal play. Kyle dives past the wall. Blink brought down to about 10%. Finally taken out. Kyle gets the kill. And they're going to move on to the top side now as YG watches helplessly as their inhibitors fall and Falcon breach.
10,000 is the lead. Shade of Yangon clapping back. Why this is so impressive is the fact that Yangon are undefeated. In comes Ogwin.
Right into the backside. Feathered airstrike flicker. Sanji goes down. Blink is already out. He comes back onto the map. Brings out a feathered airstrike of their own with the IMU. YG still trying to defend. One inhibitor standing.
Their lineup is built to both defend and clear waves. Flap jumps in. Han coming in from the flank. Has a space escape in. Lord still standing. They burst down the little boy.
Han is gone. Ogwin looking for a target with the flank on the top side. Flap into the back. Kyle gets some nice damage onto Kai's, but the Lord's already connected. Flap misses the Falling Star. Feathered airstrike comes down and Blink's deleted. Ying trying to defend, trying to clear the waves, trying to save the base, trying to get in their face, but Falcons have to back off. YG still defending, but it's too low. Haji's in there, and Falcons finally put a match on the board.
Not so fast. As Yangon Galacticos suffers their first loss in all of MSC 2026. Apparently, even aliens can bleed. Falcons force a game number 4, 2-1.
It's time to regroup for one.
Recently, okay.
Okay, they're still gonna go for the Harley. High magic base.
Yeah.
And this didn't go the second round didn't go as expected as I did. I thought Falcons might go for something a little bit more surprising in the jungle. Yangon played it safely. They have their Clint with them. Esmeralda should win in the EXP, but it's Han on the Suyo. And that's the big X factor. Exactly.
X factor for YG. Will it be the Suyo that sends him into the grand finals? Will it be the Clint that bursts the bubble of the Philippines? Or will Team Falcons?
This turtle, Kyle gets the deadly magic, or doesn't actually use it quite yet, but they're still able to put a lot of damage on a Blink. Haji in the backside with the Crimson Beacon, and down goes Han. Han's not going to be able to survive this one. First blood into the hands of Haji. Kai's now forced to use the flicker as YG watch Falcons take turtle number 1.
That is mid better. but he's not given the atmosphere to do as such. The mount on the Sanji. In comes Marco.
He's in a lot of trouble. Han's going to try to come in to help out. A lot of damage on Ogwin. Ogwin won't be able to get away. CC immune on to Super Marco. Will be able to, in fact, get back safely under the tower. But a nice pickup for White.
Ooh, the BMI.
Coming in! The dive under the tower. Sanji, though, still standing, still alive. Gets grabbed, mounted, and thrown into the ground.
That was a long-term exchange as Flap tries to use a damage reduction in the base, and the turn will not save him. Flap falls, Han scores.
The punches are finally flying. Han won't be able to get away from this. Has a sliver of health, actually does safely. Falcon
The
under
edge. That is a flare on the Ying. In comes Blink.
Blink looking for the grab, doesn't use the Fatal Links. Kyle goes down, Ogwin taking a lot of damage, Kai's is there. Eudora finally starting to put out some damage, but the thing is it's not constant.
Still feels like a tug of war. And the flag has not swung either way. Crimson Flare on the one. Deadly Magics.
Blink, not gonna be able to get away from this. Sanji just trying to defend, but the Blazing Duet comes in and he's stopped in his track. Han shows up in the nick of time. Kai's there as well. This could be bad for Falcons if they push too hard. They're gonna dash in. Han gets a couple shots onto Kyle. Ying dashes in, past the wall. Blink looks for the entry. Not able to secure a stun on anybody, but Kai's on the backside getting singled out by Flap. Flap will be able to get the kill. Puts Falcon at advantage for this turtle, but Han doesn't want to give it up just yet as Ying dives in, pops Consecration, and there's the Fatal Links. A lot of damage, stacked up. Sanji trying to fight back, but it's just too much. Super Marco takes out Han as Ogwin takes out Blink, and Flap finds another. Sanji left alone to watch the turn.
Now that glue and that has been the bane of their existence. Just the fact that these two are so good at splitting up your lineup does so much for them. The knock-up and the takedown, Blink falls!
And Flap is relentless, continues to push him, but look at the damage in response. Sanji able to chip him down, but they've already lost Blink, so there's no being engaged. Han tries to get a couple shots off of Super Marco! Under the tower! In the base, in enemy territory! Locks on and finds his target, and Kai's will be next to fall. Pulled back is Ying. This is the Falcons we wanted to see.
Surgical precision. Every action calculated to find its most ideal output. 10 minutes in, and they've taken mid lane tier 2, top lane to Fatal Links. But not while the Lord is knocking on your base like this.
Blink's looking for it, but hasn't been able to catch it. Goes in, three-man! Pulls him in! Ogwin flickers back, but Blink goes down. Super Marco's untouched. He's unscathed. And YG just can't find a member of Falcon to take down. Flap with a falling Star Moon into the tower, trying to open up space. Kyle there as well. Ying and Han looking for an engage that never existed. And in comes Super Marco under the base once again with the Blazing Duet. He might not take a member, but the inhibitor drops and Falcons are looking for more.
Even Ying has to retreat underneath all the lead Marco's throwing out. And even
one inhibitor.
Blink!
Blink, once again, unable to find an opening. He goes in, grabs onto Flap, or Ogwin. Flap dives into the backside of Blazing Weapon. Marco once again able to lock on to 3. Blink goes down and Super Marco advances forward along with Flap and Haji. Sanji forced to use a flicker, but he's pulled back in right as he tries to escape. Falcon Esports might not even need the Lord.
Team Falcons up by 2 men. 3 defenders. None of them built to clear waves. Chubby wave coming through top. Mid lane will be cleared here as the Ying gets taken down.
They gotta clear the waves. There's one more to do. It's Han and Kai's against Falcon Esports. A wave on the top side as well. Falcons lock on. Base at 50%. Han taken out. Han still up but finally falls, and that'll be it. Falcon Esports will take us to game number 5.
With a rivalry as storied as Myanmar versus the Philippines, there's no way neither of them was gonna let this end. Not in a sweep, not even short of 5 games. Team Falcons.
That's gonna be a Phoveus option for them.
Dangerous.
Who would have thought the Phoveus was actually still up there?
Yeah, they needed an anchor, actually. The Valentina would have been the more defensive option, but the Phoveus could be used to bait out some skills from Yangon, and then the glue goes in. This is anyone's game. Yangon and Falcons will take each other to the limit with this draft.
No holding your cards close to the chest. You gotta lay them all out on the table. It's the river. even though we're playing dangerous.
Entry for Ying. Blink there as well. Han finally comes in, get the final Requiem. A lot of damage, locks in. Super Marco comes over to Blazing Duet. Kai's able to take out Flap as Marco unable to put any damage on a Blink to the backside. Han does go down though. It's 1-for-1, Flap for Han. YG end up losing out on that one.
Not so fast. There is a chubby wave left over by Signed Redemption as they push down bottom. Kyle!
Kyle in a lot of trouble here.
Space escape was at such short range. That was 3 members of YG. Yuri the Phoenix finally, maybe Falcons can find that combo. Turtle down on 8.
Ogwin jumps on Han. That might be the answer right there. Han unable to get it. Haji takes a turtle. Raging Sandstorm to the backside, but it's still not enough. Super Marco with a Blazing Duet. Ying goes down. Kai's on the run. It's a double kill for Kyle. Sanji takes a tower off map. And Falcons are capitalizing, but Sanji helps save the day, helps even the playing field by taking out Kyle as Falcons
Dealing with a little too much.
Another tower dropped low. YG make their way down bottom as Falcon try to break through, but they are in a little bit of a pincer here. They need to be careful on this engage. Super Marco able to get onto Sanji. Sanji gets knocked up. He tries to BMI away, but they've all collapsed onto him. He will go down. Han unable to get the engage. Blink in the backside, use a quick sand guard, but Kyle's already onto him. It's too much damage.
No
Blink
flicker.
doesn't have the flicker. One more shot. He uses the conceal. Where is he going?
Pole position. They're in the driver's seat.
YG has to try to not lose any inhibitors here. It's a bad position if they do, especially with Lord coming down on boss side next. Lord finally taking out a couple more shots. Han able to take it. No Han on the boss side, pushing lane right now. YG gonna jump in. Ogren gets pulled back in. Super Marco with the Blazing Duet. Much damage, but he doesn't get the final shot as Haji and Ogwin are caught under the tower. Sanji finally falls, but Haji will fall as well as Blink. But the quick sand guard still alive, does get CC'd and taken out. Kai's with a double kill. And look at Han. I feel like he was chasing him for a minute there.
As long as the SOD could, and
Shifting Skies, finally Requiem, he catches Ogwin. Kai's gets the kill. Deadly Magic isn't going to be able to finish off Ying. Blink in the backside, able to pull Super Marco away as Kai's gets a double onto Flap. That was the target, that was the bait, and Super Marco wasn't there to help out the team. Now Kai's is on to the next one as Haji falls. Blink goes down, but it's still not enough. 4 members drop on the side.
This might be uncontestable.
I don't think they can make their way in. Kyle's not there. Han able to get it. Into the backside, Flap. Able to get a nice Deadly Magic. Han taking a lot of damage. Blink though. Taken out by Super Marco. Blazing Duet. Kyle falls though because Ying is there to save them all. And Flap will be next. YG doing what we thought they couldn't. Haji falls and it's one man standing. Ogwin against the world. Ogwin against it all. Kai's with the Maniac. The final nail in the coffin.
Falcons took the fight, and Yangon will take the spoils.
It's been 5 years. 5 years of doubts for Myanmar. 5 years to regain their old glory. And today it took 5 games to finally do it.
As was in the East, Shaq B in the West. Half a decade in the making. The Burmese best the Philippines. Yangon Galacticos are the first team in the grand finals.